why I have different colors for different chapters also, because automatically that color at least will sit in your head, because most of the times in SM we don't know what they are asking, correct? So at least even if you don't know what they are asking, you'll get the color. Purple ஏதோ படிச்சமேனா strategic choices. Strategic choices is chapter number 4. It's a very interesting chapter. It has only 3 parts. The first part you're going to see what are the broad strategies. Quickly be with me for the mind mapping, guys. Very important for you to understand what you can expect from each of the chapters. The first part we're going to see what are the strategies under the strategic choices. The second is strategic exits, and the third one is strategic options. Under what are the strategies which is there, we will be seeing stability strategy, growth or expansion strategy, and under growth or expansion strategy we have internal and external. Under internal strategy we have intensification as a strategy and diversification of a strategy. Under intensification we have market penetration, product development and market development. Under diversification of a strategy we have concentric diversification, conglomerate and innovation. Under concentric diversification we have forward diversification and backward diversification. Now I said internal and external. Under external we have mergers and acquisition and strategic alliance. Under mergers and acquisition we have 4 different types: horizontal, vertical, co-generic and conglomerate. Under strategic options we have 4 different options. One is hands-offs product market growth matrix. The second one is ADL matrix. Third is BCG growth share matrix, and the fourth one is stoplight strategy model or General Electric matrix. Is that clear? Now in the mind mapping patha, it will look like as if it's a big chapter, too many things to remember. அப்படியெல்லாம் ஒண்ணுமே இல்ல. It's a very simple chapter. Now just be with me. I'm going to give you as to how you can remember what is there in the chapter. So first of all, when you're selecting a life partner, there are 2 ways where you can select a life partner. One is you will be like, I just want to enjoy my life with my partner. Whatever said and done, I want to enjoy. 4 honeymoons, 3 baby moons, like that I will keep enjoying my life. So here I am not focusing on growing. I am already very contented that I have gotten that person itself. So I am choosing stability over anything. The second way, both of us should work like anything. I will support you, you support me. Like that if you are going to have, that is a growth partner. These 2 ways you can do. So first, when you are having a partner, you will first select, most of you all, what strategy you want? Stability or growth? You also want to grow, you want other person also to grow. So most of you will want a growth strategy. Now when you are selecting a person, you have so many parameters. Kirti, what are your parameters? Anything. ஒரு பையனா இருந்தா போதும் மேம். Is it like that? Then what is the one parameter? Loyalty. Okay. Next parameters. Thinking so much. Caring, honest, all ethics. Note the point. Next, what are the parameters? Hardworking. Any other parameters? Not a waste of time. Very important. Time is very precious. Next, any other parameters? What are the parameters? Asking you. Gentlemanly. Okay. Gone are the days tall, dark, handsome and all gone. Now caring, honest, gentlemanly should not be a waste of time. All of this shows something. The requirements show something. Now the boys side, you also will have requirements. Okay, anybody else? Extrovert. Okay. Tiruchitrambalam. Don't give list a single point. What is the point? Huh? Caring. Okay. Others? Behind Ashwin? Ashwin, na, why you are looking behind? You are only Ashwin. Anything you have? Energetica. Okay. Good. Have to be energetic. Gokul. Understanding. Okay. Now, what I have done is, I have put all these parameters in the x-axis if you notice, and I have put all these parameters in the y-axis. I am making a matrix. Now here, there was one person who said caring, and there another person said caring. So, some of the boxes here will get matched. Yes or no? I don't know who that is and all. So, this is matrix. Now you are putting the matrix to see who is suitable for whom. Yes or no? Is that clear? First, I am first deciding how I want my life partner, whether there has to be a stable relationship or both of us need to hustle and both of us need to grow together. For that, for selecting, you have few parameters. On the other side, the other person have few parameters and you are finding the right match. Now you all Gen Zs, you all tell me, can you find the right match? Can you find the right match? At the first to go like this, can I put x-axis, y-axis and find the right match? No. You will think it is the right strategy, and after you go inside only, how we saw, we will be expecting for 30 fights, but there will be 300 fights. So, there is only one thing which you can do. You will have to exit the transaction. You will have to exit the transaction. Yes, if it is a toxic transaction, better to exit. So when you are exiting, you will be seeing if you have to exit completely. Exit completely, liquidate and come out. Appa Sami, like that you have to come. Or partially also you can exit. We are still together but we are not attached. Like that, partially also you can exit. These are exit strategies. Now this whole chapter is split only into 3. What kind of strategy, whether it is a stability strategy or growth strategy, what are the kinds of matrices which you will be doing, and here if you have to exit, how you can exit. That's it. Simple. Now it's not looking big. It's looking as if it is a simple chapter. Very, very small chapter. Yes or no? Now, coming to the broad strategies. Now, can you actually think of a company who will go for stability? Everybody wants to grow. Can you say that there is a company which will want to stabilize? No? Read what is given, what is stability, then again think if a company comes to your mind. Stability, the firm stays, now going to business, going to company. The company stays in the current business and product market. It maintains the existing level of effort and is satisfied with small growth. Incremental growth is more than enough. It may be opted to safeguard its existing interests and strengths, to pursue well-established and tested objectives, to continue in the chosen business path, to maintain operational efficiency on a sustained basis, to consolidate the commanding position already reached, and to optimize returns on the resources committed in the business. For growth strategy, I can give you n number of examples. HUL is an example, Tata is an example, n number of examples for growth strategy. Stability strategy, the best example is Coca-Cola. Apple also diversifying products. Yes or no? First they started off with a computer. Macintosh was a computer. And then slowly they came into phones and then iPods, AirPods, watch. Now in the future they can get into any other market. Yes or no? But if you see Coke as a brand, they sell that beverage only. Inside that beverage, small, small variations, sugar free, diet Coke, like that they will have. Dairy Milk and all, huge company. Five Star also is Dairy Milk, Cadbury's only. Dairy Milk also Cadbury's only, but we don't know. All singles will what they'll go for? Five Star. All doubles what they'll go for? Dairy Milk. So both the markets they have captured. So stability, sorry? BSN government and all don't involve in this. Stability strategy, best example is Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola as a brand has Coke. Limca is also theirs. Yes, there is one more drink. No, Pepsi is their competitor. Coke, Limca and one more. Fanta? Miranda? Either Fanta or Miranda, one of them. So what they are focusing is very simple. They focus on a drink. Sugar, water, gas, nothing else. Yes. Now it may be opted to safeguard the existing interest and strength. What Coke wants to do? It wants to stabilize in that market alone. It does not. Coke solely if they start selling T-shirts, will you wear it and come? Coke solely if they start selling phones, will you wear it and come? No. Coke means that beverage. They are not into product diversification. They are safeguarding their existing strength, existing interest. Whatever business path that they have chosen, that drink, whatever it is, whatever chosen business path, they have a sustained basis. Now, when do they go to that stability strategy? It is pursued when you are serving in similar markets or similar products and services. You can find Coke literally anywhere and everywhere. Their distribution channel is amazing. Especially if you see those glass bottles like this, it will be. Have you seen this beautiful diagram? Like this it will be. In the middle they would have written Coca-Cola. Little big. Now you all will think it's something else. No, no monk can all hear. This is Coca-Cola. Now Coca-Cola bottle, if you see this glass bottle in tier 3 also you can find, tier 2 also you can find, tier 1 also you can find. 2-liter bottles in supermarkets you can definitely find. Yes or no? Like that they have a specific distribution market, similar products, similar services, similar markets. This strategy is typical for those firms whose product have reached the maturity stage of product life cycle. You all know the product life cycle: introduction, growth, maturity, and next is decline. Coca-Cola is a product which is also already in high efficiency. It was in growth stage in the beginning, but now it is in matured stage. Or those who have a sufficient market share but need to retain that. It should not be confused with do nothing strategy. Can I say stability strategy means Coke's founder will sit at home? No. He still has to produce so many numbers of those glass bottles, so many numbers of those plastic bottles, so many caps he has to produce. He still has to do the work. Just because he is not going for growth strategy does not mean that it is a do nothing strategy. For this also they have to work hard to stabilize, and for being happy, that means they are making good amount of profits. They are in the maturity stage. To keep making good amount of profits, you need to put in efforts for sure. Now, characteristics of stability strategy. A firm opting for stability strategy stays with the same business, same product, same market, same functions, maintaining same level of efforts. It is a safe strategy that maintains status quo. It does not involve a redefinition of the business. Is there any investments in stability strategy? No. Whatever you are seeing here, the ulta of this you are going to see in growth strategy. The risk here is comparatively less. While opting for this strategy, organization can concentrate on its resources and existing business or products and markets, thus leading to building of core competencies. Because they are focusing so much on whatever they are doing, they are building core competencies here. The firms with modest growth objective choose this strategy. எனக்கு அம்பானிலாம் ஆவேணாம். I am happy with what I have. Modest growth strategy. That means it is a stability strategy. What are the reasons for stability strategy? First reason, they are already in the maturity stage. The staff feels comfortable with the status quo as it involves less changes and less risk. The people who are working in the organization also are very happy. Every day when they come to office, they know exactly what to do. If they keep growing, today Coke, tomorrow t-shirt, day after phone, day after tomorrow chairs, like that I'll keep changing. Then people in the organization also are very confused. நம்ம என்ன பண்றோம் நமக்கே தெரியல. It will become like us. Yes or no? So the staff needs to feel comfortable with less changes and less risk. It is opted when the environment in which an organization is operating is relatively stable. The environment also needs to be stable at this point, where it is not advisable to expand as it may be perceived as threatening. Then also they'll go for stability strategy. For example, there is Taskmark. Can I open Taskmark near that? Can I open? No chance. I will not get the license to open the Taskmark. It is actually only in Chennai, only in Tamil Nadu, it is owned by the government. If you go to Bangalore and all, teru there will be different kinds of Taskmarks. Yes or no? Different kinds of places. But here, you cannot open because it is perceived as threatening. No one will give you the license itself for opening anything. Even a cafe, if you have to serve alcohol, you need to get a specific license for that. Anywhere outside Tamil Nadu, it is so easy to get the license. But here, you need to have the political backing to get the license. So if it is perceived as threatening, I won't even enter that market. I won't even enter that business. I will be happy with whatever I have. After rapid expansion, a firm might want to stabilize and consolidate itself. Previously, in my young age, I used to run so much. After 50, 55, I am sitting at home like that. How many parents have told? In your age, what and all I used to do. We all would have heard that dialogue. Same way for a company also. After that initial stage has crossed, they also would have had that growth stage. Left, right, center, Coca-Cola actually marketed their products previously. You know how Coke entered India? Coke entered India. Close to Britishers period, they gave free samples of Coke. Free Coke for everybody. Like how, I don't know now if they still have it. Outside colleges, I've seen very rarely, but in my colleges, I used to see Red Bull cans given freely. Free Red Bull cans. The same way Coke was given freely for everybody. Once it is given for free, people start drinking it. There is caffeine in it, high amounts of caffeine. So people get addicted. Now if they're going to charge 10 rupees, 20 rupees, 30 rupees, 50 rupees, people will definitely buy. So that was a marketing strategy. Clear? So where it, after rapid expansion, a firm might want to stabilize and consolidate itself. It did its own marketing and it was in the growth stage. And now it has settled down in the maturity stage. So they have consolidated themselves and now they are doing a stability strategy. Now, can startups aim for stability strategy? No, because a startup is an entrepreneurial venture and it is in the early stages of ideation and development, generally created for solving real life problems through technology. For all startups, two important things are speed and agility. So at that time, you cannot say, I am happy with what I have and all. You reach that maturity level and then you say, okay, I will not go out. I will stay there. Now itself, if you are like that, now veetliye ukkandirken, OTT la I will see Netflix. Don't do that now. You run fully. Then when your time comes, you tell your children. Andha kaalathila like that you tell. Then you sit at home and you watch that OTT at that age. Now, here under stability strategy, simple 3 questions are possible. First is, when is it pursued? When is it under similar market or similar products, or when they have achieved the maturity in the product life cycle. Okay. The second question is, what are the characteristics of stability strategy? Again, if it is in the same business, same product, same market. Second is, it involves a redefinition of the business, does not involve a redefinition of the business. Third is, it is a safe strategy. What are the kind of fresh investments here? stability strategy, do you need fresh investments? No, you're very happy with what you have. So the risk is very less here. While opting for this strategy, the organization can concentrate and build what? Core competency. The firm with modest growth objectives choose this strategy. What is the heading for this? Characteristics of stability strategy. Then comes reasons for stability strategy. There are only 4 reasons. First one is they are already the maturity stage in the product life cycle. No fresh investments. So low risks are there, and after rapid expansion they'll want to stabilize and consolidate, and if they will usually opt this when there is a stable environment. Is that clear? This is reasons for stability strategy. You understood the meaning of stability strategy. Now whatever they ask, whether it is characteristics or reasons or whatever it is, you can write in your own words. You'll talk about investments, you'll talk about risks, you'll talk about where they are in the product life cycle, when they can go for stability strategy, everything you will be able to write. Clear, guys? Now comes growth or expansion strategy. It is implemented by redefining the business, by enlarging the scope of business and substantially increasing investment. In stability strategy, we saw that fresh investment is not there. Here, high investments. If investments are high, what is also high? Risk is also high. There we saw no fresh investments, so low risk. Here, high investments, increasing investments, so risk is also will be high only. Now here we have to see characteristics and reasons the same way like how we saw in stability, and then we'll go to types of growth strategy. Characteristics of growth or expansion strategy. It involves a redefinition. There we saw it is not a redefinition of the business. Expansion strategy is opposite of stability strategy. While in stability strategy, rewards are limited because risks were low, rewards were also low there. Here, in expansion strategy, risks are high, so rewards are also high. Expansion strategy leads to the growth of the business. Process of renewal through fresh investments and new business, new product, new market is facilitated only with the expansion strategy. It is a highly versatile strategy where you will be using a lot of permutations and combinations, and you will be seeing so many alternatives for growth. Expansion strategy holds with its 2 major strategy routes: intensification and diversification. Both are internal to the organization. The types of growth strategy, there are 2: internal, external. Under internal, what is there? Intensification and diversification. Under external, what 2 are there? Mergers and acquisition and strategic alliance. Reasons for growth or expansion strategy. Why will a company go for growth strategy? When the environment itself is growing, then obviously the company which is part of the environment will also go. Industry itself is growing, then company will also grow only. Strategists may feel more satisfied with the prospects of growth. Chief executives may take pride in presiding over organizations perceived to be growth oriented. Now you all tell me how the strategy of that stability strategy will be. Will it be aspirational? Will it be inspirational? No. They are happy with whatever they already have. But if you see a growth strategy, will it be inspirational? Yes. People who are doing the strategy also, they will have pride that I'm belonging in this organization. If you are working in Apple, if you are working in Amazon, how will you feel? If you are working in Byju's, how will you feel? Yes? So, people who are working should take pride in presiding over the organization perceived to be growth oriented. Why you are not having pride in Byju's? Because they went negative growth. You will take pride only if the company is growth oriented. Expansion may lead to greater control over the market when compared to the competitors. Advantages from the experience curve and scale of operations may accrue. Expansion also includes intensifying, diversifying, acquiring and merging business. Now coming to the types. You understood what is growth, you understood what is stability. Under types, we have 2 types, internal and external. Under internal, we have intensification and diversification. Now, under intensification, we have 3 things: market penetration, market development, and product development. They all seem similar, but they are completely different. I'll give you 3 different examples for these 3 points. Now, first one is market penetration. That means in the existing market, for the existing customers, I am going to give an additional benefit. For example, how many of you all have had coffee from this place? How many of you all have had? Most of you all would have had coffee from Starbucks, correct? They have something called as loyalty program. Did you get that card? Why? They have so many benefits in this loyalty program. What they're gonna say is, after you get the card, the next time you come for coffee, 50% discount. After that, next 4 times you come for coffee, 25% discount. After that, you would have already accumulated points, you can redeem the points. Like that, so many benefits are given in the loyalty program for Starbucks. And that card is absolutely free. Now, what they are actually doing, I'll tell you. First time you had coffee from Starbucks. You're feeling it is okay. Filter coffee, alavukku varlenalo, okay. Can manage. You're feeling that way. Next time, when two people are going for coffee, automatically you'll go to Starbucks because if you buy one, the other one is free. Yes or no? The next time, again you'll be going to Starbucks because 25% discount. No, 4 times now he's made you come for 5 or 6 times because by giving you so many benefits. சில பேரை பார்த்த உடனே பிடிக்கும், சில பேரை பார்க்க தான் பிடிக்கும். Same way Starbucks also, if you keep drinking the same coffee, you will love it like anything. For me, I have one favorite drink in Starbucks. Initially, I didn't like it. But because of this loyalty program, I kept going again and again, had that very same drink, and now I love that drink. Now for that drink itself I am going. So that is called as market penetration. Market penetration they will be doing when there is highly common expansion strategy. The firm directs its resources to a profitable growth of its existing product. Did they increase the product? No, same coffee தான் கொடுக்குறான் in the existing market. Is he increasing the market? No. That is market penetration. Same market, same product, but he is penetrating the market through his loyalty program. Shall I give another example for market penetration itself? Yes. You all will definitely connect to this. Amazon. How many of you all have purchased anything from Amazon? Most of you, almost all of you have purchased from Amazon. They have something called Prime. That means you order now, before I go home, it will be there. Some days night I have ordered, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock I have ordered, and next day morning 8 o'clock they came. I was shocked. Now next time if I want to buy something, will I go to Flipkart or eBay or any other platform? Chanceless. Amazon is the only platform I will go to, especially if I am a Prime member. So no. So same product, same market, but with extra little bit of benefit, they're making you come again and again. That is their growth strategy with market penetration, internal growth strategy. Under that they have done a intensification. Under that they did a market penetration. Is that clear? Now going to market development. Here it consists of marketing the present products to customers in related market areas by adding different channels of distribution or by changing the content of advertising or the promotional media. Did you understand anything? No. Now I'll tell you one small example. After that we'll read the same sentence, you will understand. Audi means what? Audi means 4 rings, yes or no? These 4 rings are Audi. Nothing else. That is the first thing which comes to your mind. They have marketed it so well that 4 rings means Audi. Yes or no? But China, if you see, the automobile industry in China is very different. There all the cars look extremely sporty. So you want to know how Audi looks in China? Without the 4 rings. Can you see this car? Can you see this car? It's just written Audi, and the way it is styled, it is extremely sporty because in China that is what they prefer. So all these years they have marketed Audi means those four rings. They have changed that marketing strategy itself to enter a new market. Are you able to understand? This is called as market development. Now you read this sentence, you will automatically understand. It consists of marketing the present product. Adhe car da, adhe steering wheel da, same AC da, same four wheels only, to customers in related market areas by adding different channels of distribution or changing the content of advertising or promotional media. Because on the four rings pota, it looks like some tata car wearing glasses and coming. So they changed it into a sporty look. That is market development. Are you able to understand? The same way I can give so many examples for market development itself. If you see McDonald's, if you see KFC, whatever popcorn chicken you're eating in KFC or whatever burger wrap, whatever you're eating in McDonald's, in India it is packaged differently, and if you go to US it is packaged differently. In Australia I had a McDonald's so dry. Rendu burger ulla patty, that's it. நம்ம ஊர்ல தான் everything we have is watery. Have you seen? சாம்பார்னா we'll put that சாம்பார் அப்படியே தண்ணியா it will go. ரசம்லாம் கேட்கவே வேணாம். It should go like that. It should not be dry. We are used to that kind of food. So in burger also they put the mayonnaise so much. Mayonnaise, Southwest, எல்லாம் ஒன்று தான், different colors. Chipotle, Southwest, mint mayo, so many things we put in the burger, make it so saucy, and we will have it. They have changed it, they have localized it according to our market. That is their marketing strategy. They have changed their channel, they have changed the promotional media. That is market development. Now coming to the last one, which is product development. Product development involves substantial modification of existing products or creation of new but related items that can be marketed to current customers through established channel. The best example for this is Apple phones. From Apple iPhone 13 to whatever is now 16, is there any change apart from the number of cameras? Is there any change? No. What change is there? What chip? I can't see any change in the phone. Just now I bought, some 6 months back I bought the 16 Pro Max. Previously I had 13 Pro Max. Seri vanduchu chumma. Simply I went and bought. Edo bayangarama irukum apdi paatha, it's the same thing but extra money. So what they want is modification of existing product. What is the modification? Extra camera. Modification of the same existing product or creation of new but related items. Even if it is new, it should be related to the previous one, that can be marketed to current customers. Who will buy this phone for 1.5 lakhs? No one will buy. It is a waste phone. Only a person who already has an iPhone, they will go and buy this phone again and again. Yes or no? So current customers only they are targeting through established channel. Channels is also established. So little bit modification of existing product. Now you are developing on the product. Market development na example, Audi, Sporty, China. So for that market, they changed their marketing strategy. That is market development. Market penetration means same customer, same market, same product. You are just giving an extra benefit, loyalty card. All of those things is market penetration. Now is it easy to remember, guys? Now we are done with going to the mind mapping. Yes. What's the problem? Under broad strategies, the stability strategy and growth or expansion strategy. Under growth, internal, under internal, intensification and diversification. Under intensification, there's market penetration, product development, market development. These three we have completed. Are you all clear? Are you all with me? Now going to what is diversification. Diversification is, again, there are three ways you can diversify. One is concentric diversification, one is conglomerate, and one is innovation. Now concentric diversification, Keela, there is horizontal and vertical, and again under vertical there is forward and backward. Now let's quickly see that. ACs are all turned off. Now coming to expansion or growth through diversification. When a firm tries to grow and expand by diversifying into various products or field, it is called growth by diversification. This is also called internal growth strategy, because this is under internal. We saw intensification and diversification. Diversification is defined as an entry into new products or new product line, new services or new markets involving substantially different skills. Now you know what is the difference between diversification and intensification. There it was similar product, similar market, but here it can be new products, new services, new markets and new skills, new technology and knowledge. When an established firm introduces a new product which has little or no affinity with its present product line and which is meant for a new class of customers different from existing firms group, the process is known as conglomerate diversification. Now let's first see what is concentric diversification. Concentric diversification means all the products are related. How products will be related? Let me give you a small example. Actually, Apple is planning this in the future. Apple has watches. What do they track in the watches? Fitness levels, correct? So, based on this fitness level, Apple is planning to come to insurance also. Because if they come to health insurance, people will be paying the premium. People will be paying 30,000, 40,000 per year premium. But for people who are doing 10,000 steps per day, for people who are burning 500 calories per day, premium is less. Like that, if they keep, what is happening? Healthy people need not have to pay so much of premium. Only unhealthy people who will not do 10,000 steps, simply sitting in one place full day. Break time also they'll be sitting and looking at phone. For people like that, you guys pay the premium. Like that, they are going to monitor in your watch and give you insurance services. Who will take this insurance service? People who are really fit will take this insurance service. Yes or no? People who are already doing physical fitness activities, they will take this insurance service. So Apple is actually planning to come inside this. This is diversification. Watchukku insurance ko sambandhame illa. This is a separate technology. Adikku vera vidhamana technology. But still they are diversifying into that. Now I told you, concentric means products are related. Conglomerate means it can be either related or unrelated. Now, concentric diversification comes under vertical and horizontal. Under vertical, there is forward and backward integration. Now, we'll quickly see what is vertically integrated concentric diversification. Now, in vertically integrated diversification, firms opt to engage in business that are related to the existing business of the firm. The firm remains vertically within the same process sequence, moves forward or backward in the value chain, and enters specific product or process steps with the intention of making them into the new business for the firm. The characteristic feature of vertically integrated diversification is that the firm remains in the vertically linked product process chain. A firm can either opt for forward or backward integration. Now, if you read like this, you will not understand. Just look at the example. You all know Paramudur Chole? Yes, Paramudur Chole is a supermarket who is selling the fruits and vegetables. If they are going to go and do the farming activities also, that is a related business for them. And that is a backward integration, because in the value chain, forward means you are going towards the customer. Backward means you are going away from the customer. So if Paramudur Chole goes and does farming activities, that is going to be a backward integration of related products. So related products now it is under concentric diversification. Now let me give you another example. A person who is doing coffee beans extraction. Coffee beans extraction. Now this person is opening a cafe. Now this is a forward integration because he is going towards the customer in the value chain and it is related business. So it is coming under concentric diversification. Are you all with me? Under concentric diversification, you can either go backward or forward, related to the business, vertically integrated. In vertically integrated, firms opt to engage in business that are related. It can either move forward or backward in the value chain and enter specific product or specific process steps with the intention of making them into the new business. Now for Palamuri Chole, farming is going to be a completely new activity. For a coffee bean producer, the opening of a cafe is a completely new activity. So for a vertically linked product process chain, a firm can either opt for forward or backward integration. Now coming to what is backward, what is forward. Backward integration is concerned with creation of effective supply by entering business of input providers. Now are you understanding this sentence? Backward integration, whoever was giving you the input, you are entering into their business itself. Now read the sentence again. Backward integration is concerned with creation of effective supply by entering business of input providers. Whoever was providing the input, the farmer was providing the input for you. Now you yourself are going and becoming a competitor for him. That is backward integration. What is forward integration on the other hand? Forward integration is moving forward in the value chain and entering business lines that use existing products. Forward integration will also take place where organization enter into business of distribution channels. So in the value chain, if you're going to go towards the customer, that is called as forward. If you're going to go away from the customer, that is called as backward. All of you, are you all with me? Sure? Are you all understanding? Yes? Why is the face like that? Understanding or not? All good? All clear? Okay. Horizontal integrated concentric diversification. Horizontal means flat structure we saw, correct. So here firm gets horizontally diversified if they are in the same stage of the production marketing chain. They can also integrate with the firms producing complementary products or byproducts or by taking over the competitors' products. Same product, same stage of production marketing chain. The following explains the horizontal diversification wherein textile mill 1 acquires textile mill 2. Competition business, so flat structure. Whatever you're doing before, now also you're going to do the same thing. So that is horizontal integrated concentric diversification. So first I told you, concentric diversification means it has to be related products. Under concentric diversification, we have horizontal and vertical. Vertical means in the value chain, you are going to go either up or down. Horizontal means you are going to be in the same product, same marketing strategy. Maybe your competitor itself you are going to get. Vertical, it can be either forward or backward. Forward means in the value chain, you are going towards the customer. Backward means in the value chain, you are going away from the customer. Is that clear? Everybody, guys? Good. Now going back to the mind mapping, here concentric diversification, forward, backward is done. Now I have to come to what is conglomerate diversification. The conglomerate diversification also, let me give you an example. Conglomerate diversification can be for related or for unrelated business. Now if it is a related business, the example is Vodafone acquired Idea. They diversified related business and they became a huge conglomerate. Unrelated business, Tata. So many businesses and everything is unrelated to each other. Under Tata itself for related, Zudio and Westside. Two different businesses but related. Are you able to understand? So, under conglomerate there can be a related diversification or unrelated diversification, but here no linkages relating to product, market or technology exist? Is there any linkage of the tech of TCS and the tech of Zudio? No. So there is no linkage between the tech, market or product. The new business or products are disjointed from the existing business or products in every way. It is a totally unrelated diversification. In process, technology or function, there is no connection between the new products and the existing ones. Study material example you see. Cement manufacturing diversifying into steel manufacturing and rubber products. Some unrelated things he has given. Related diversification, unrelated diversification. Exchange or share assets or competencies by exploiting. Related diversification, brand name will be there. Marketing skills, whatever marketing skills they are using for Zudio, they can use for Westside also. Sales and distribution capacity. Manufacturing skills, a same machine can produce Zudio's clothes also, Westside's clothes also. R&D and new product capabilities, and they will be achieving the economies of scale if they are doing similar diversification. But if it is unrelated diversification, investment in new product portfolio which is not similar to what is existing, employment of new technology, focuses is on multiple products, reduce risk by operating in multiple product markets, defend against takeover bids and provide executive interest. Now if you understand the example as to what is conglomerate diversification, and under that what is related and unrelated conglomerate diversification, anything they ask you will be able to write. Is it really worth expanding so much to diversify a business into unrelated products? Usually people want to do related products because they already have the knowledge, they already have the skill, so they will want to do to related products. Say for example, today I am teaching for CA Inter, tomorrow I will teach for CA Final, day after tomorrow I will teach for CMA Inter. Like that I will diversify, but it will be related products. So despite of its complexity, conglomerate diversification, which is diversification into unrelated business, financially makes a lot of sense. It creates access to a new pool of customers, thereby by expanding its customer base. It allows access to market and cross-selling new products, leading to increased revenue. Further, it eases the management of losses in a business. Profits in one business can be used to keep the loss-making business afloat with the same organization. Like how I told you, 47 branches of Sri Krishna Sweets, 2 branches is actually super profit-making, remaining 45 branches loss-making. But still they are running the business because of the brand that they carry. If they close down all the 45 branches, we did consultancy for Sri Krishna Sweets. We told them not to close down all the 45 branches, because if we close down all the 45 branches, maybe they'll be making profits in books, but people will start noticing that this branch is closed, this branch is closed, then they'll know there is some problem, they'll stop going to the existing branch itself. So it's okay. As long as this is able to take care of all the 45 branches, it's okay. Or out of 45, top 3 loss making, you can close. Not more than that, because Sri Krishna Sweets has to be in so many places. It is already there in our head. Only in one place we will not accept. We ourselves will say, this is fake brand. Somebody else started, similar name. Like that we will start thinking. So, next is innovation. Innovation drives upgradation of existing product line or process, leading to increased market share, increased revenue, increased profitability, and most importantly, customer satisfaction. Have you seen innovative products? Any innovative products which come to your mind? You know, in US if you go, cabs are there, correct? Inside cabs there are no drivers. Have you seen that video? Have you seen that video? You can just go sit inside the cab and that steering wheel will keep moving like this as if ghost is driving, and the car will keep going. Have you seen that or not? You have not seen? I'll show it to you. I have never gone to YouTube. See? Just see this video. It's taking reverse, going left, right, everywhere. You just have to give the destination in the Google Maps. That's it. It will go and drop you. If someone comes, see that guy is running. Can you see him? Ayo, car is driving on its own. He's running with his baby for his life. If someone comes, it'll put the brake. No problem. They have sensors 360 degrees. So no issues. What? Horn. Horn is also there. Same steering wheel as a normal car, just that the car is driving on its own. This is innovation. So many types of innovation nowadays has actually come. The most innovative product, award also it has gotten. Lifespan Ampera. Have you seen that product? It is actually for you and me. I am taking class like this, correct? There is a desk here. I am sitting here. Am I doing any physical activity? No. In that Lifespan Ampera, I can sit and I can take the class. Same way I can keep everything. Down, I'll keep cycling. I'll keep cycling and I'll keep screaming at the top of my voice. So, cardio is also done. So they are actually giving a work desk with a cycle. That's it. But that is the most innovative product of 2024. See that Lifespan Ampera. See her? See this girl? Oh boy, sorry. With hair. Desk is there. Down if you see cycle. This is the most innovative product. See? So many people are using. So nice. So innovation is going somewhere and all, but they are giving for this cycle desk in a most innovative product award. No, actually so many better innovations have come. LG also got an award. Now if you see LG TV, usually where will you keep the TV? Hall. In the hall, where will you keep? Wall. You are wasting that wall, correct? Usually if you don't have to keep that TV on your wall, you can put family photos. You can put family photos, you can have cute wallpaper, something you can do with that space. So what LG did, they have transparent TV. Transparent TV. You can keep it near your window also and you can watch that TV. Nobody saw that TV? I'll show you, no problem. It's called LG Signature OLED T. Can you see this TV? World's first transparent and true wireless 4K OLED TV. You can see through the TV. See here, it is like a showpiece there. It is not like a TV. And you can use that wall behind the TV for whatever you want. No need to waste one whole wall for TV. Now, nowadays, especially in Indian households, if you see, there will be one TV cabinet. And near that, there will be all dust. Yes or no? Full dust, unnecessary toys, gift, photo frame without photo in it. We'll have all of those things in the TV cabinet. Not required. Most innovative product, LG Signature OLED T. You don't even need that wall. You can keep the TV, see through the TV also. We normally see on the TV, either on the TV, through the TV, side of TV, all TV you can see here. So this is also one of the most innovative product. So here we were seeing where innovation drives upgradation of existing product lines or process. Before and all, I don't know if you know, TV used to be like this. You don't know those TVs? It used to be like this. It used to be concave. There was no flat screen. It used to be concave. So if you, Kalinga TV now also like that only. In my house, when I was young like you all, not like you all, maybe even more little younger, there used to be a concave TV in my house. Then there was flat TV. Then in flat TV itself some LCD TV. Then LED TV. Now OLED TV. Now transparent TV. OLED T. Transparent. TV. Like that and all, they are doing innovations with TV itself. So many innovations and so many different ways we are seeing. Innovation drives the upgradation of existing product line or process, leading to increased market share, increased revenue, increased profitability, and most importantly, increased customer satisfaction. Some may argue that innovation leads to unnecessary expenses that do not give as much returns, but on the contrary, for a business to grow long term, innovation offers the following. What and all do they offer? Helps to solve complex problems. So many health issues are coming. So you use that lifespan ampera. Keep cycling throughout the day. Complex problem. So a business strives to find opportunities in existing problems of the society, and it does so though planned innovation in area of expertise. This guided innovation helps solve complex problem by developing customer centric sustainable solutions. For example, the pressing problem of environmental damage is being tackled heads on by shifting to renewable sources of energy. Nowadays, everything is in solar, wind, sea waves, etc. Yes or no? And one more thing I forgot to tell, in that Ampera, lifespan Ampera, you can charge your mobile phone, you can charge your laptop in that cycle, because when you keep pedaling, it is actually creating energy, it is creating electricity. That is the main point. So that electricity can be used by the laptop which you are working on. What a creativity, what a innovation. So like that, ICA is giving example of solar energy, wind energy, sea wave energy. Now we have come to human energy also. But ICA is still giving those examples. It might be costly in introductory stages, but in the long run it will only have economical and environmental sustainability. The first one is it helps to solve complex problems. Innovation increases productivity. Innovation leads to simplification and in most cases automation of existing tasks. Productivity is defined as a measure of final output from a task or a process, and companies are willing to spend millions on increasing their productivity. Innovation by automating repetitive tasks and simplifying the long chain of process adds to productivity of teams and thereby the organization as a whole. No one likes to do repetitive tasks. Correct? Gone are the days when I say copy from classwork to homework, again homework 1 to homework 2. Gone are those days. Nobody does these repetitive tasks anymore. Even in Excel also, if you see, Excel repetitive tasks are the VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, addition, subtraction, all of these repetitive tasks. Macros is another subject in Excel. Beautiful subject. So interesting in Excel itself. You can create so many different products, so many different tools by way of macros. So MS Excel, where every finance professional uses the software to simplify and automate their manual task. You can automate so many things by use of macros in Excel. Such digital innovation, which leads to improved productivity, creates opportunities to further develop processes and products within and outside the organization. It gives a competitive advantage. Being ahead of competition is a need, and businesses spend majority of their strategic time building solutions to achieve this advantage. Now that Ampera, is it a competition for all the gyms? Why will I have to go to gym? Here itself when I am taking class, if I am doing the gym, after class will I again go to gym? No. So it is a competitive advantage of so many other physical fitness kaga irukra outlets. Yes or no? So it gives a strategic time building solution to achieve this advantage. An interesting concept about innovation is the faster a business innovates, the farther it goes from the competitor's reach. Innovative products need less marketing as they themselves will be their own marketing, because the product itself is so unique that it will have its own marketing strategy, thus creating a competitive advantage. Innovation not only helps retain the existing customers but helps acquires new ones with ease. Is that clear, guys? Now we saw what and all from here. Intensification kila we saw market penetration, product development and market development. For market penetration, what is the example I told? Starbucks loyalty program and Amazon Prime. For product development, what example I told? iPhone 13 to 16, they have developed a similar product. For market development, China's Audi. For concentric diversification, for forward, what did I say? For backward, what did I say? Forward, coffee bean to cafe, going forward in the value chain towards the customer. What is the meaning of backward? Away from the customer in the value chain. Example. Paramudir Chole going for farming activities. Next we went to conglomerate. Under this we saw what is related conglomerate and unrelated conglomerate. What is related? Example I told. Vodafone and Idea, they became a conglomerate and they are related. What is unrelated? Tata. Next we went to innovation. Under innovation, what is the example we saw? The driverless car of Tesla, lifespan Ampera and LG's transparent TV. Next we are done with internal. Are you clear? We are done with internal. Why these examples are useful? These examples will actually make you learn the points better. Now with this unrelated, if I show you conglomerate unrelated, automatically Tata will come to you. Then you will know different kinds of products are same kind of product. Different market are same product. Same marketing strategy are different. Different channels are same channels. Like that you have a set of questions and you will ask that to yourself and you will be able to write the answer. Is that clear, guys? Next comes external. Under external, mergers and acquisitions and strategic alliance. Under mergers and acquisition, we have horizontal, vertical, co-generic and conglomerate again. Under strategic alliance, it's very simple, only advantages and disadvantages. Okay, let's continue, guys. We did till where? Till where did we do? Till innovation. Under diversification, we saw what is concentric diversification, we saw what is conglomerate and we saw what is innovation. Next is external. Under external, there is mergers and acquisition and strategic alliance. Under mergers and acquisitions, there are 4 different ways a mergers and acquisition can take place. What are the 4 ways? Horizontal merger, vertical merger, co-generic merger and conglomerate merger. Conglomerate, you already know the example for conglomerate merger. Now only horizontal, vertical and co-generic you will have to see. Now horizontal merger means it is a combination of firms engaged in the same industry. It is a merger with a direct competitor. Previously also we saw horizontal means same. We saw one textile business acquiring textile 2 and also acquiring textile number 3. We saw something like that, correct? So it is a direct competitor's acquisition is nothing but horizontal merger. The principal objective behind this type of merger is to achieve economies of scale in the production process by shedding duplication of installation and functions, widening the line of products, decrease in working capital and fixed asset investments, getting rid of competition and so on. For example, formation of Brook Bond Lipton India Limited through the merger of Lipton India and Brook Bond. There were 2 different companies. Lipton was one company and Brook Bond was another company. Both of them came together and they formed Brook Bond Lipton India Private Limited. Both of them, what are they selling? Tea, correct? So both of them have actually come together. Both of them are competitors, but they have come together. Means it is called as horizontal merger. Is that clear, guys? Second, vertical merger. It is a merger of 2 organizations that are operating in the same industry but different stages of production or distribution system. What is the example for this? Vodafone Idea? No. Vodafone Idea were competitors. Coffee bean producer and cafe. Yes, that is the example for vertical merger. There also we saw, here also same thing. When they are coming as a merging and they are forming one entity, it is called a merger. In the previous one, what did we see? It was diversification. Yes, so the same example will apply here also. This often leads to increased synergies with the merging firms. If an organization takes over its supplier or producer of raw material, then it leads to backward integration. On the other hand, forward integration when it happens when the organization decides to take over its buyer organization or distribution channels. Example, backward and forward integration. Under vertical merger in the value chain, they can go towards the customer or away from the customer. Towards the customer na it's forward, away from the customer na it is backward. That is vertical merger. Horizontal merger na acquiring a competitor. These two already we have seen. Now co-generic merger means what? In co-generic merger, two or more merging organizations are associated in some way or the other related to the production process, business markets, or basic required technologies. For example, if an organization who is in white goods category means what? In previously, when ACs came, fridge came, washing machine came, they were all white in color. So all of them put together, they were called as white goods category. Really, I'm telling. They were all white in color in the initial days. So they are called as white good categories. Now you can see maroon color, black color, like that few limited colors you can see of AC, fridge, washing machine and all. Now these white good categories such as refrigerator, they can be merged with another organization having business in kitchen appliances. So it is a similar business, yes or no? If you enter the kitchen, then all of them there similar only. If you see oven, washing machine, fridge, all of them can be sold at one place. Yes or no? So all this AC, fridge, washing machine, white goods which I was doing previously, and now I am entering into the kitchen appliances also. Now I'll start selling oven. I'll start selling cooker. I'll start selling kadai. I'll start selling mixies. Everything I'll start selling here. For cutting vegetables, you just put in a machine, click a button, vegetables are being cut. This is old fashioned. Now there is a machine, AI machine. You saw that machine? You can put all the ingredients in that whatever grams and automatically biryani is made, rice is made, parup is made, rasam is made, sambar is made, everything it can be made. Dosa also there is a machine. Dosa printer. Have you seen that? Dosa printer. One student's father only is that dosa printer. Last batch she was there. You remember? In our class, she told, ma'am, on the dosa printer example you told, that is my father only, like that she told. Dosa printer means what? They put the batter and some button. அது ஒரு ஸ்கொயரா வருது dosa. You've seen that? It's a square dosa. It's no more round. Maybe after 20 years, our kids and all will ask, dosa rounda இருக்குமா? Like that they'll ask. We don't know. Everyone's house, that printer, if it comes, then you just put the batter, click the button, dosa. Like a paper roast. You can tell also what is the thickness that you want. You want like a roast, you want like uttappam, how you want the dosa. Everything you can tell. In future, it will come masala dosa venuma, podi dosa venuma. Whatever you want, that dosa maker will be able to make. That is innovation example. Innovation. Now we are in co-generic merger. Co-generic merger, what example we saw? White goods, I am already dealing. I am expanding into kitchen appliances also. In co-generic merger, two or more merging organizations are associated in some way or other related to the production process, business market, or basic required technologies. Next is conglomerate merger. This also you already know. Tata. Conglomerate means what? It can be either related or it can be unrelated business. Unrelated business example. A related business example. Vodafone and Idea. What did you say? Message. Westside and Zudio. Yes, that is related example for conglomerate merger. Merger. Oh, there, okay. There also you can use, here also you can use. What is the big difference? Here, two companies are becoming one. There, one company is taking over the other one. This is merger. That is more of like an acquisition. You're diversifying into related business or new business. That's it. Expansion through strategic alliance. Strategic alliance is a relationship between two or more businesses that enables each to achieve certain strategic objectives which neither would be able to achieve on its own. The strategic partners maintain their status as independent and separate entities, but they share the benefits and control over partnership and continue to make contributions until it is terminated. Now, if I tell like this, you will not understand what? No. I was about to tell some other example. Basically, two different individuals or two different companies will be there, but still they will support each other for the growth. That means, for example, Enam and Karthik Sara. Something don't blabber. What? Tata Starbucks is purely under Tata. Tata has taken franchisee of the Starbucks. Franchised all over India. This is strategic alliance. I'll tell you one beautiful example. If you enter into Ola cab, especially if you enter into a premium cab, there will be a tab in front of you, correct? In that tab, Spotify Premium will be there. No advertisements. You can listen to Spotify music and you can choose whatever you want. Spotify is a separate company on its own. Ola is a separate company on its own, but they are supporting each other. That is strategic alliance. Expansion through strategic alliance is a relationship between two or more businesses that enables each to achieve certain strategic objectives which neither would be able to achieve on its own. The strategic partners maintain their status as independent and separate entities, share the benefits and control over the partnership, and continue to make contributions to the alliance until it is terminated. நீயா இரு, நான் நானா இருக்கேன், நம்ம ரெண்டு பேரும் சேர்ந்து we will work and we will form an alliance. That is strategic alliance. Which one? Situationship, like that only. You are you, I am me. In this situation we are both together, like that. Strategic alliance. Advantages of strategic alliance. Strategic alliance usually is only formed if they provide an advantage to so many relationships are there, not only situationship. Something and all they are saying. Vacationship. Huh? Talkationship. They will just talk. Friends. Why you have to put talkationship? Strategic alliance usually is only formed if they provide an advantage to all the parties in the alliance. If two people are coming together, both should get benefited. If only one person is getting benefited, then it becomes a toxic relationship. These advantages can be broadly categorized as follows: organizational, economic, strategic, political. Now, what is this organizational? Strategic alliance helps to learn necessary skills and obtain certain capabilities from strategic partners. Strategic partners may also help to enhance productive capacity, provide a distribution system, or extend the supply chain. Ola is providing a distribution system for Spotify. What is Spotify giving to Ola? Free music for the customers. Yes or no? Like that, they have a strategic alliance. The partners may provide a good or a service that complements, thereby creating a synergy. Having a strategic partner who is well known and respected also helps add legitimacy and creditability to the new venture. What is economics? If I have to keep that tab, if I have to get Spotify Premium, Ola has to pay the money. For customer satisfaction, will they pay so much money? No chance. So this is a reduction in cost, reduction in risk also. Rivals can join together to cooperate instead of competing with each other. That is strategic alliance. Strategic alliance can be Vertical integration, it can be created where partners are part of the supply chain, forward or backward they can go. Strategic alliances may also be useful to create a competitive advantage by the pooling of resources and the skills. If two rivals join together, say for example, who are the two rivals who have joined together? I'll tell you one more example. You know Toyota as a company? Toyota as a company, all the engines, steering wheel, the radio, everything is from Maruti. Both of them are actually rivals, but they are doing something on sharing basis. Yes or no? Toyota is getting something for cheaper price. Maruti, there is a sale which is happening, so Maruti gets the money. So there is a strategic alliance between Toyota and Maruti. Toyota is a separate entity. Maruti is a separate entity, but still both of them working together. Strategic alliance. Political. Sometimes strategic alliances are formed with a local foreign business to gain entry into a foreign market, either because of local prejudices or legal barriers to entry. Forming strategic alliances with politically influential partners may also help improve your own influence and position. Say for example, if we want to enter Singapore or if we want to enter UK, we cannot, because the laws are like that. Even though we have clients in Singapore, we cannot go and have a registered office in Singapore. We cannot open a company in Singapore. But clients from there will come through online, because they want Indian therapists. Because Indians who have settled abroad, if they go to a therapist who is from Singapore, there is a cultural difference. They'll be talking about divorce and crying. Maybe from there they'll say, "Idikala, why are you crying like that?" They might say. Everyday basis they'll be seeing so many clients, but that Indian culture is there, correct? So they will prefer a therapist who is actually from India. So online it is easy, but if I have to enter there, there are so many legal formalities, legal complaints which has to be done. So what we are doing, we are talking to another company in Singapore. We will use their name and we will say strategic alliance. Now, whoever comes as a client for them, if they are asking for an Indian therapist, automatically it comes to us. Now, for them, they are not saying no to a client, and obviously they get some commission from us also. And for us, we get the client, the sale, the money. So that's a strategic alliance. There's nothing else. It's just a contract. That's it. They are separate entity. We are separate entity, but we are working together. That is political strategic alliance, because of legal barriers, because of I want to enter into a foreign market and local prejudices will be there, so I will enter into a strategic alliance. Is that clear, guys? Now we saw the advantages of strategic alliance: organizational advantage, economic advantage, strategic advantage, and political advantage. How many are there? 4. If advantages are there, disadvantages will definitely be there. The biggest disadvantage of strategic alliances: sharing. Now, because I have told them all my therapists are available, I have given all the contact details, names, everything. I have shared my resource with them, shared the data of my resource with them. Not even 1 second it will take for them to call my therapist and ask them to join that company itself. 2 therapists, if they call from here and ask them to join that company, why should they give here to mine and company? Not required. They themselves can finish the business there. The therapist will take online. Yes or no? So, when we are sharing the data, we will be very careful. A therapist who stayed with us from the start, we know that they are very, very ethical. Tappu panna Sami kannu kuttu appadinu they are believing. Then we will share their data. Otherwise, we will not share the data. Like that, disadvantage of strategic alliance is sharing of resources and profits, and also sharing knowledge and skills that otherwise organizations will not like to share. But because there is a strategic alliance, I have to share my resources. This is the disadvantage of strategic alliance. Now coming back, from here, we saw what is stability strategy. We saw what is expansion strategy. Under stability strategy, what did we see? Reasons, characteristics. When will a firm pursue stability strategy? When will a firm pursue? When it is similar market, similar product. Then, main important point, in the product life cycle. If they are in the maturity stage, only then they will go for stability strategy. What are the characteristics of stability strategy? Same business, same product market posture, maintaining same level of effort. It does not involve redefinition of the business, no fresh investments, so low risk. They are building on core competencies because they are focusing only on one product or one service. Firms which have modest growth objectives. Reasons: whether they are in maturity strategy, less changes, less risk, environment is quite stable. If it is like that, then they can go for stability strategy. If expansion is perceived as threatening by somebody else, then I will not even expand, I'll stay with where I am now itself. Then after rapid expansion, now the firm will want to stabilize and consolidate. Under growth, we saw characteristics and reasons and types. Under characteristics, this is a redefinition of business, opposite of stability strategy, fresh investments, high risk leading to business growth. What else we saw? There are lots of permutations and combinations for the growth to happen, and types they have spoken about: intensification and diversification. Reasons for growth or expansion strategy: when environmental itself demands an increase in pace. For employees who are doing the strategy, they need pride that they are working for a growth oriented company. Control over the market when compared to the competitors. These people will gain when you see their experience curve. Expansion also includes intensifying, diversifying, acquiring, merging, everything they have put. Next is types. Under types, we saw internal, external. Under internal, we saw intensification and diversification. Under intensification, we saw three things: market penetration, market development, and product development. Market penetration example: Starbucks. Product development example: iPhone 16. Market development example: Audi rings. On the other side, on diversification, what and all did we see? Concentric diversification, conglomerate diversification, and innovation. Under concentric diversification, there are two parts: vertical and horizontal. Under vertical or horizontal, there are two parts. Under vertical, there is forward integration and backward integration. You already know the examples for this. The second one is conglomerate. It can be for related business or unrelated business. Next, we went to innovation. Next, external is split into two: mergers and acquisition, strategic alliance. Under mergers and acquisition, we saw four are there. First one is horizontal. Example: Lipton India, Brook Bond Private Limited. Yes, two companies selling tea, but they came together and they started selling together. That is horizontal example. Vertical example: same thing, forward and backward we saw, right? Same thing. What is the example for co-generic goods? White goods. Now they are doing what? Kitchen appliances. That is co-generic. Next is conglomerate. What is the meaning of conglomerate? Unrelated. Usually conglomerate means they will be doing lots of businesses which is not related to each other. Very rarely you will see conglomerates which is doing business related to each other. Now we are done with our growth and expansion strategy. Now we have to go to strategic exits. Are you clear? What happened? You guys want a break? We'll finish strategic exits. Under that, there is turnaround. For turnaround, there's conditions, there's action plan, elements, and reasons. Then there is divestment strategy, again reasons and characteristics. Then there is what is liquidation. Before we go for the matrices, we'll go for short commercial break. Okay? There is? No, conglomerate can be related also, but most of the cases it will be unrelated. No linkage, it is unrelated. That's why I told the example of Tata. But inside Tata, if you see Zudio and Westside, it is related. So most of the times it will be unrelated. No linkages will be there. Next, let's go to strategic exits. Under strategic exits, there is turnaround, divestment, and liquidation. Retrenchment may be done either internally or externally. For internal retrenchment to take place, emphasis is laid on improving internal efficiency, known as turnaround strategy. There are certain conditions or indicators which point out that a turnaround is needed if the company has to survive. These danger signals are persistent negative cash flow, uncompetitive products or services, declining market share, deterioration in physical facilities, overstaffing, high turnover of employees and low morale of employees, mismanagement. If any of this is there, then a company can go for retrenchment options, specifically turnaround strategy. That means you will look back and you will see what went wrong. That is the meaning of turn around. What are the points that you will keep in mind to see whether you will have to go for turnaround strategy? There are 6 points: persistent negative cash flows, uncompetitive products or services, declining market share, deterioration in physical facilities, overstaffing, high turnover of employees. Turnover means what? Revenue. Huh? Turnover means they're leaving the organization and going. That turnover, high turnover of employees, low morale of employees, and mismanagement. If these things are there, that means there is an indication for the company to turn around. Action plan for turnaround. There are 5 stages. Stage 1 is assessment of the current problem. First of all, you understand as to what is the current problem. The first step is to assess the current problems and get to the root causes and the extent of damage that the problem has caused. Once the problems are identified, the resources should be focused to those areas essential to efficiently work on correcting and repairing any immediate issues. The first point is assessment of the current problem. Stage 2, analyze the situation and develop a strategic plan. Stage 3, implementing an emergency action plan. Stage 4, restructuring the business. And stage 5, returning to normalcy. Now, stage 1 for turnaround is assessment of current problem. Here indicators we saw, correct? So, if there is a problem in cash flow, there is lots of negative cash flow, I will be assessing that in my stage number 1. In stage number 2, I am going to analyze as to why cash flow became negative. How can I improve it for the future? Like that, I'll develop a strategic plan for the future. For that, I'll have something called as preliminary action plan. Now, with that plan, I'll have to immediately implement that action plan. That is stage number 3, implementing an emergency action plan. If the organization is in a critical stage, an appropriate action plan must be developed to stop the bleeding and enable the organization to survive. The plan typically includes human resource, financial, marketing and operations actions to restructure debts, improve working capital, reduce cost, improve budgeting process, prune product lines and accelerate high potential product. It can be about anything. You have to make a plan and implement the plan. That is stage number 3. Stage number 4. Now, previously you are conducting a business a certain way, and right now you have understood that this is starting to bleed. So, to stop the bleeding, you implemented an emergency action plan. Now you are restructuring the business. The financial state of the organization's core business is particularly important. If the core business is irreparably damaged, then outlook for entire organization may be bleak. For that, you will be preparing cash forecast, analyze asset, debt, review profit, and analyze key financial functions. During the turnaround, the product mix may be changed, requiring the organization to do some repositioning. For example, if Apple wants to do a turnaround strategy, where should they do? They are selling phones, they are selling computers, they are selling laptops, they are selling AirPods. Correct. Who was that who said AirTag? AirTag is a flop product. Where to use it, I still don't know. I think in my 26th or 27th birthday it was released, and Karthik sir gifted me an AirTag at that time. He told, you're missing your car keys all the time, so you put the AirTag to that car key. I also thought, okay, it is fine. But cars nowadays, you don't even have to take the key out of your bag. The car key can be in the bag, and if you go in near that car, there is a button in that hand lock. You just have to press that button and you can enter the car. And for starting the car also, like before, you're not putting the keys. It is a push start. So if the key is inside the bag also, as long as the bag is inside the car is going to recognize. So I am not even using that key. I am not taking that key out or keeping it in. There is nothing. So what is the use of that AirTag? You know where I used it? I put it for my dog. I don't know what to do. In case he runs away somewhere, I can find him. Where to put that AirTag, I don't know. Or I should put for baby. Okay, I don't want to go to that level. So I put it for my dog. Why to waste that product? Like that, if Apple has to do a turnaround, then definitely they have to leave that AirTag behind, and they can obviously proceed forward with all their other products are beautiful. At least they have beautifully positioned it. Whether they are working well, whether it is the best product, that is secondary. But they have positioned it in the market that it is luxuriously super product. Yes or no? So, turnaround when they are doing, they'll also see the product mix. Turnaround does not mean selling the entire company, but also leaving behind just a few products which is not doing well. And stage 5 is returning to normalcy. In the final stage of turnaround strategy process, the organization should begin to show signs of profitability, return on investments, and enhance the economic value added. Elements of turnaround strategy are as follows. Changes in the top management. Initial credibility building actions. Neutralizing external pressures. Identifying quick payoff activities. Quick cost reduction. Revenue generation. Asset liquidation for generating the cash. Better internal coordination. All of these things are elements of turnaround strategy. If you have to do a turnaround strategy, there will be one person who's heading that AirTag department. Now what will he do? Job gone. Changes in top management. Initial credibility building action. Say next they put AirTag 2, AirTag 3, AirTag 4, AirTag 5. If they keep doing that, will anybody buy? No. They need to build the credibility for that product so that people start thinking that it is necessary. Then they will start buying the product. They actually, in the advertisement of AirTag, they showed it as if they're putting it on a luggage. Actually, why do I need AirTag on my luggage? 99.99%, 100% of the times I have not lost my luggage in the airport. I have never lost my luggage. And in train and all, if you see, people will not steal the entire luggage. They'll open and they'll take what they want. They'll not steal the entire luggage and all. So no problem there also. So why even put the AirTag on the luggage? Like that, they have to first build the credibility on that product. Neutralizing external pressure. Now looking at Apple, if OnePlus also puts OnePlus tag, then external pressure is also there. Now I need to have a better product than them, competitive advantage, everything I'll have to see. Identifying quick payoff activities and quick cost reduction. I need to start getting money from that, and I've already spent on R&D for that AirTag. So how will I reduce the cost? I cannot spend more R&D on that same AirTag to make 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a waste of time and energy. Revenue generation. Asset liquidation for generating cash. Now for producing that AirTag, there will be one huge machine. That machine is only producing that. If I sell that machine to somebody else, will I get some money? Like that, Apple should think, and they will go for asset liquidation for generating the cash. Better internal coordination. Maybe between them itself, they have not come to a conclusion as to the use of that AirTag. If they tell us the use only, we'll also get some ideas. Otherwise, we'll put for dog only. What to do? So, important elements of turnaround strategy are as follows. Changes in top management, initial credibility building actions, neutralizing external pressures, identifying quick payoff activities, quick cost reduction, revenue generation, asset liquidation, and better internal coordination. Reasons for retrenchment, reasons for turnaround strategy. Now I can sell part of my business, or I can sell my entire business also. Both are called as retrenchment, both are called as turnaround strategy. The management no longer wishes to remain in the business, either partly or wholly, due to continuous losses and unviability. We already saw in the first place conditions or indicators for turnaround strategy. The first one was persistent negative cash flows. If there are persistent negative cash flows, then they'll come out of that business. Here also they're saying no longer wishes to remain in the business because of continuous losses and unviability. Management feels that business could be made viable by divesting some of the activities or liquidation of unprofitable activities. Now I leave out only the AirTag. I am not selling the entire Apple itself. I am leaving out only AirTag as a business. A business that had been acquired proves to be a mismatch and cannot be integrated with a company. Two companies, they will come together and they will think we will work together. Merger would have happened, but after the merger happened, they cannot work together. Ego clashes. Now there are two top managements. One person will say something, other person will say something else. There are so many mismatches and they cannot be integrated with a company. Persistent negative cash flows, severity of competition and inability of a firm to cope with the competition, technological upgradation, a better alternative may be available for investment. Instead of putting so much money in the same type of machinery, I will diversify my business, I will look into some other products and I will retrench this business. This is reasons for turnaround strategy, similar to the points we saw in going concern, if you remember. Negative cash flow, persistent losses, yes, divesting some of the activities, changes in the management, all of these things we saw there. Next is divestment strategy. You all know this company? Yes, it's a dead company. Previously, if you see, there were so many airlines companies. There was Indigo, there was SpiceJet, there was Jet Airways, Vistara, Air India. So many. Vistara all came now. Previously, there were so many. And now, if you see last year and all, there was only Indigo. Only Indigo. Monopoly. Whatever Indigo says, that only is final. That's when there was so many news saying Indigo is cancelling the flights, Indigo is postponing the flights, no refunds given. So many complaints on Indigo because they were the monopoly. If you want to fly domestic, you must fly only in Indigo. And now Air India has again revived. Air India was sold to whom? Tata. And beautifully they have made Air India now. Air India's best flights will be there, correct? Air India also goes international. Those international flights, they have renovated it, remodeled it, and beautifully they have made. Recently, I traveled in Air India to Bangalore. When I traveled, usually in international flights, they'll give blanket, they'll give headphones, there'll be a TV in front of you. In domestic flight, 45 minutes flight, they are giving blanket. They are giving headphones. You can take the headphones home. So much of care they are actually taking in the Air India flight. And first when you are taking off, they are showing all the cultures of India. Usually there will be an air hostess who's coming there and she'll be explaining something. Ufu, ufu she'll do. Then she'll show you have to put the belt. Have you seen all those things? Why they are doing? What they are doing? No one understands. But we all will be seeing them. We will be seeing them, no doubt. But what they are doing, some bag, some seat, under the seat you will have to take. Ufu, ufu, you have to do. You put it on you. Something they will be demonstrating, correct? That demonstration, beautifully they do in Air India. Beautifully. In the TV it will come. In the TV it will come. They have used different forms of art to demonstrate. There will be a Bharatanatyam dancer. She will be dancing and demonstrating. Kuchipudi dancer. Kathakali dancer. So many parts of India. Avlo dance irkune I did not know. But so many dances and they were all demonstrating how you have. Appayum purila. But still, they are trying something new. Everybody were glued to the screens. They were so glued to the screen because it's something different. It was very nice to see. Usually we'll keep seeing at the air hostess not knowing what to do. She's showing something. This was actually very good, innovative. Now, this divestment strategy worked for Air India because they gave to Tata, and Tata obviously is the best brand. They will make anything into a very good airline. So even though Air India was very worst, some 5 years back I went to Dubai. Satyama life verthita. Life itself worth it, because from Dubai when I came to India, I came in Air India flight, and there the air hostess and all, if you see, they are talking as if, hey, you put this, you do like that. Like, what are you saying? Something and all they are saying. And first time in that Air India flight, I saw a male air hostess. Appove I know their budget is very, 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 very low. Usually female air hostess, they are paid quite well because they are dressed a certain way. There was some auntie over there. But auntie was shouting at all the passengers. Literally shouting at all the passengers. I was like, what is this flight from now? I'm never coming in this. Recently, when I booked Air India also, I got reminded of that trauma incident. When I came from Dubai, what happened? I told, no need this flight. Then only Karthik sir said, you go. It will be very good. Then he booked. It was too good now. Too good. What a transformation. This divestment strategy actually worked for them. Divestment strategy involves the sale or liquidation of a portion of business or a major division, profit center, or strategic business. You know, not necessarily they have to sell the entire business as a whole, they can sell a part of the business also. Divestment is usually a part of rehabilitation or restructuring plan and is adopted when a turnaround has been attempted but has proved to be unsuccessful. Turnaround strategy is the first step that any company will take once they see lots of cash flow, negative cash flow, lots of losses. When they see all of those things, turnaround strategy is the first thing they will attempt to make. But if it's not working is when they'll go for other divestment strategy. The option of a turnaround may even be ignored if it is obvious that divestment is the only answer. Divestment can be because of various reasons. The first one, business acquired, proves to be a mismatch, persistent negative cash flow, severity of competition. It is not possible for the company to do a upgradation in tech. A better alternative will be available for investment. Where else did we see these points? For the same turnaround strategy reasons, these 5 reasons were given. Characteristics of divestment strategy. This strategy involves divestment of some of the activities in a given business of the firm or sell out some of the businesses as such. Divestment is to be viewed as an integral part of corporate strategy without any stigma attached. Always when you come out of a place, there is a stigma attached. Whether you come out of a relationship, whether you come out of a marriage, or whether whatever relationship it is, if you come out of it, there is a stigma attached. Same way for a huge company to leave out a portion of their business and to move forward, there is a stigma attached. If it is a listed company and if they are going for a divestment strategy, stock prices will come down. Automatically people are going to think something is wrong with the company. That's why they are starting to sell out. Yes or no? So there is a stigma attached. But as per strategic management, divestment also is a very, very important part of corporate strategy. Is that clear? Is turnaround strategy only relevant for loss-making business? Because everywhere we saw negative cash flows, persistent negative cash flows, too many losses for too many years. We saw only if you do all of those things, you can go for turnaround or divestment. So does that mean that only loss-making businesses can go for turnaround strategies? No. If you're expecting a certain growth and if you're not able to achieve that certain growth, you can opt for turnaround strategy. If you're expecting a certain level of profit and if you're not able to achieve that level of profit, you can opt for turnaround strategy. If for a particular business there is no future clarity, you can opt for turnaround strategy. It means if the company is experiencing a period of poor performance, they can go for turnaround strategy. Poor performance does not necessarily mean losses. It may also mean lower than expected growth, no future clarity, or even lesser than target profits. In this case also you can go for turnaround strategy. Under turnaround strategy, we saw conditions or indicators of turnaround strategy. What are the conditions or indicators? Persistent negative cash flows from business, uncompetitive products and services, declining market share, deterioration in physical facilities, overstaffing, high turnover of employees or low morale for the employees, and mismanagement. If any of these six come, then they are danger signals for the organization. They can consider the turnaround strategy. Action plan, how many stages are there? 5 stages are there. Stage number 1, assessment of current problem. Stage number 2, analyze the situation and develop a strategic plan. Stage number 3, implementing an emergency action plan. Stage number 4, restructuring the business. And stage number 5, returning to normalcy. Under restructuring the business, we saw an important keyword. They can change their product mix also. Important elements of turnaround strategy: changes in top management, credibility building actions, neutralizing external pressures, identifying quick payoff activities, cost reduction, revenue generation, asset liquidation, and internal coordination. Reasons for retrenchment or turnaround strategy: the management no longer wishes to remain in the business either partly or wholly. It can be made viable by divesting some or part of the business, or two people come together but it proves to be a mismatch. Persistent negative cash flows, upgradation of tech they have not done, and instead of putting the money here, if I put it somewhere else, I will get better returns. There is a better alternative for investment. Divestment strategy kila, it is means sale or liquidation of a portion of a business. Divestment strategy can be adopted because of the same 6 points. Characteristics of divestment strategy. What is it? This strategy involves divestment of some of the activities in the given business. It is an integral part of corporate strategy and it is to be seen with no stigma attached. And divestment is not only for loss-making business, it is for any company which is experiencing a poor performance. Poor performance does not always mean losses. It can mean lower than expected growth, no future clarity, or even lesser than target profits. Is that clear, guys? Next, we only have strategic options list. We'll go for a short commercial break and come back. Yes?